Did you venture forth for freedom or fame? I came here to live happily with my sweetheart, a Moorish woman. We both fled from impending execution for our forbidden love. Who knew I'd one day crave death, like water in the desert? It is when you're the reason your woman is no more. Even the moon burns you. Fatima's soul gave up on me. She came to me in a dream the other day and asked me to piece together this mirror. But I don't have all the fragments. Would you? Fatima said if I piece this mirror for her, she'll finally find peace. The peace I stole from her. Oh, we were so happy once. But all the sacrifices we made. Have you ever been with someone and yet felt so alone?
The ancients clearly had ways of controlling the Guardians. I wonder if it's the same magic that powers the altars. I found runes here that light up when the lost come near them. Maybe there are more objects like these within the nearby ruins of Antares, so I shall continue my search there. For the true heir and the restoration of Pridewin's glory, we will find a way to unite behind the royal bloodline once again. These altars in Caladan seem to have some sort of power over the lost. Power might be the wrong word, but definitely some kind of influence. I can use young Giza's notes to figure out how to channel their essence. And if I can't tap into their magic, maybe I can convey them to where they'll be most useful. I must think this plan through to support my true king in the way he deserves. Only then can I join him.
Gracias, kind soul. Fatima always loved her mirrors. With this last fragment, she can have her final one. She said mirrors have a certain magic to them. And I can sense the energy in this. Almost a strange calling.
I'm thankful to have found you, young one. I fear I may have missed some additional clues on the fragments. I came after you right away. Before I speak further, however, did you find anything of interest in the ruins of Caladan? Anything at all? Locknear? Out here, studying the ruins? Why, that makes no sense at all. Let me see these notes you found. These notes are very troubling. It's hard to say exactly what Locknear seeks to achieve, but it does not seem like it's for the good of Pridewin. Yes, that much is clear. But we cannot leave yet. In my further study of the fragments, I saw new clues. The tablet's not from Caladan, but rather Antares. I know I've already asked much and offered poor direction, but Antares is close. I'm pleading with you. Please investigate before we return to Pridewin. Whatever you find, come back, And then we will return to Pridewin, inform the Night Regent, and confront Lochner. I will wait here. Do hurry. Your friend Grace has come with dire news from Pridewin. But first, you have to tell me what you found. Any further clues to Lochner's plans?
Is that what the bastard's up to? That's more twisted than even I imagined. But I might explain what happened back in Pridewin. The Night Regent went to confront the good minister, and instead, she found him leading a crowd down south to welcome the true heir.
Now that's not so strange. If Gawain has arrived, it makes sense. Perhaps this is a misunderstanding, and Lochner is simply trying to lead the lost away.
Call yourself a sage? Look past your scrolls to see the man's behaviour. Even the Night Regent knows Lochner's gone mad. And let me tell you, she's not happy. I don't know if she's thinking that far ahead yet. She just hopped on her horse and rode off, shouting at me to find you and meet her at Purdue Farms.
Ah, then she's expecting a fight. Going to find Sir Priscilla, a fellow knight and confidant who hasn't come to Pridewin in many moons. This is serious. Though my scrolls may not have all the answers, I might find a way to counteract this sorcery Locknear seeks to employ. I should return to town. Very well. If Sir Gawain doesn't arrive soon, there may not be a kingdom left for him to rule. I hope this all starts making sense soon.
The Night Regent asked me to scout the eastern farms on the way, so I'll mark Sir Priscilla's place on your map and meet you there. Good winds to us both.
Pitching hay and shoveling manure. It doesn't suit you, Priscilla.
Puts my mind at ease. Clear, complicated work.
And when was the keen swordplay of our most dutiful knight ever complicated?
I only raise my sword now to keep the lost at bay.
Priscilla, you're not making any sense.
I can't even say it. You wouldn't believe me anyway. We were naive to be so hopeful.
I cannot imagine what's come over her. Sir Priscilla was Pridewind's most honorable knight. And now, when we need her most, she refuses my orders. Everyone seems to think Gawain's already assumed command. Locknear's an outright defiance. He's changed. I don't even know him anymore. Is that what you discovered in the ruins? Was Locknear behind the strange tablet at the mine? The pirates, too? I am having trouble understanding what his ultimate goal is, or if he even has one. I don't know. I now question everything the minister said, but the knights at Ternon Keep did meet Sir Gawain. Priscilla did tell me that much. Priscilla was there, in fact, but she won't talk about it. It's infuriating. I need a moment to collect myself. If you are so inclined, you should try and talk to her.
If you're expecting to have more luck plying me for answers than the Night Regent, think again. I don't know you, and I sure as hell don't owe you anything. And truth be told, I don't owe her either. I've forsworn my oath. The politics of Pridewind are no longer my concern. I'm perfectly capable of defending my land and estate. Outside of that, it's none of my business what goes on, who falls, and who doesn't. The knights I served with at Tiernan Keep were the bravest, most loyal men and women I've ever known. To think of them as fallen, it's too much to bear. I believe that to be the case, though some may remain. I left one day, and I haven't gone back. If you want to know what's happened at Tiernan Keep, I suggest you go and have a look for yourself. Then you can try to explain it to the Knight Regent. I've said as much as I'm going to say. You and the Knight Regent are welcome to shelter here, but I'll answer no more questions. If you are going to venture into Tiernan Keep, I suggest you don't tell the Knight Regent. It's better she doesn't go there. There's nothing left for any of us.
As royal ladies, we've always been protected. We led lavish lives in the Chosun court, and for a while, in Ebonscale Reach. It's the first time we're living out in the wilds, like common folk. We're trying to adapt. Yes, once upon a time I was even destined to be queen. But I lost my betrothed to the sea, on our way to the island. My mother hasn't given up hope I will be married one day. She fears the worst, if I don't. That I'll turn into a lost. Like the ones who haunt this island. A creature with no purpose but to haunt women with better prospects. Mother grew up with tales of the virgin ghost. It's hard to shake her out of her belief. My mother will have your ear off with all her arguments. For now, I'll surrender to the shadow of her blind belief. Unless, do you think there's a way you could bring back artifacts? To prove some lost used to be married?
Show me your smile. Ah, your teeth are radiant. Do you use miswak to brush them? In the Ottoman Empire, everyone had good teeth. Here, not so much. Here, people eat whatever they get. More days than a snail has teeth. I left to pursue my great ideas in my reckless youth. I still feel as reckless and almost as young. And if I can get enough wolf teeth, I'll finally be able to craft my invention. I already have 26 pearly white wolf fangs. I need 6 more, just like them. They should be from robust middle-aged wolves. Warriors, if you can spot them. Could you get the teeth for me? I'll be grateful.
I have been ruined. I can't work like I once used to. Oh, what good are hands when your mind is occupied by the demons that plague your dreams? Oh, scars. My father's mistakes wore him down till he broke. He always thought the world was better. He shattered when he saw the truth. He lost himself in making glassworks. People came from all over the island to buy them. He had a deep relationship with glass, knew exactly which mineral would elicit the color he desired. His works were treasures that brought hope. But now, they're lost in a house filled with horrors. Would you? I can't step foot in that house. There are too many memories. It isn't easy to be second place in your father's eyes. Please, just get the glassworks. if you can.
For centuries, the throne has been empty. Yet you served faithfully, never once questioning your duty. Now, as the heir returns to claim his rightful place, you have the honor of being the first to kneel before him. Let us recite the oath.
For the glory of Avalon, I swear my honor and allegiance to crown and bloodline of the king, for this day and until the end of eternity.
Behold, the heir of Artorias, High King Gawain!
Swear.
Be strong now. I will bestow his blessing.
Look how they fall in line when they realize something greater than them is at their doorstep. It will be the same with corruption.
Getting into the house must not have been easy. I am grateful for your courage. These are the last things I have of my father. At least he got to spend his last days with his precious work. He wrote me letters. I'll read his words, although I am fearful of what they may reveal. Isn't it ironic that my emotions are as fragile as his glass? At least his works have value.
You spotted the wolves well. Middle-aged, strong, aggressive fighters most likely. Oh, these are the perfect fangs. They're sparkly, they're white. They can cut through meat. The first of its kind dental weapon for the toothless elderly among us. Those who have the punch, but lack the bite. One chomp from these pearly beauties will make an attacker regret their choices. Brilliant, no?
Wedding rings and love letters. So some of the lost used to be married once? That makes no sense. And you're saying that even getting married doesn't keep you from turning into one of these creatures. How disturbing. A talisman to ward off evil spirits. What a clever idea. Why don't you use the wedding rings? Maybe they'll influence Nabi, and she'll want to get married sooner. A talisman? To protect me from evil and lower my chances of turning into a ghost? Does this mean my mother no longer believes marrying is protection against a talisman? To protect me from evil and lower my chances of turning into a ghost? Does this mean my mother no longer believes marrying is protection against turning into the lost? And my mother will always want that. If she ever turned into a lost, which I hope she never does. She'd follow me around with the sole purpose of getting me married. And probably scare all my suitors away.
You have a duty. If the king is here, why aren't you by his side?
I don't belong there.
How can you say that? Your oath is your bond. What could be more important?
My oath was to the king, not a monster. Damn it, Gawain is lost, Jay. A soulless husk. I will not serve such a thing.
Lost? But Minister Lochner says he's been preparing.
Lochner has joined his king in darkness, and so have the other knights.
How? How did this come to pass?
Are you happy now? If you've been to Tiernan Keep, I'm assuming you know the truth. Ser Gawain is lost, and he and Lochner intend to rule a lost kingdom. Thank you, I suppose. Though I have no further need of it. My days as a knight are done. I fought honorably to protect Artorias and his legacy for several lifetimes. But I will not follow the heir down this path. Nor will I stand against him. Prydwen is Sir Gawain's right by blood. And though I've forsworn my duty to the bloodline, I will not oppose him, even if he is lost. I must confess, I fought at Jinjae's side for centuries and never realized how strong she really is. Her resolve in the face of this horror, I don't know. There are some benefits to being new to the island, aren't there? Maybe fate has ordained you to be the one to shoulder this burden. If you fought your way into Tiernan Keep and returned with your soul intact, you are valiant, at least. If Jay wishes to fight, she's fortunate to have you. It's not what I'm going to do. I cannot fight in this battle. I buried my arms and knight's armor. My fighting days are done. Thank you for understanding. And for your support of the Night Regent. You should go to her now. I hope you both find your way forward.
So you've been to Ternon Keep and saw the horrors Persilla described? I can't imagine. Gawain, Lochner. This is worse than even my darkest fears. Yes. As Knight Regent, it is my duty to defend the kingdom against all threats. Lochner may believe the kingdom is the bloodline, but I know it to be the people. And I will fight for the people of Prydwen until the last shred of my soul is forfeit. You have no such duty, but I welcome the support if you will fight at my side. First priority is ensuring Prydwen is prepared to defend itself against whatever threats emerge. Second, we must look south. Oh, what have I done? I just realized I sent Grace to scout the southern shore with no idea what she's walking into. You must go after her with great haste, lest she walks right into a trap. Thank you. I will return to Prydwen. As regent, that's where I belong, whether the city stands or falls. I will rally whatever knights remain to our defenses. She'll have to make her own choices. I must collect myself before I head north. I'll say our farewells. You should leave now. Find Grace and ensure she's safe. If possible, get a sense of what we're up against, and then return to Prydwen and we will make our stand. Godspeed, my friend.
about time I got some reinforcements down here. Remember that lost pirate den in the north? That's a small affair compared to this place. Our good friend Minister Lochner was here too. Those Egypts who followed him are all lost now and under his command. What about you? Learned anything new? What? Ah, you're joking me. This true heir everyone's so excited about is actually a soulless ghoul. Ah, I guess now the minister's plan makes sense. That bastard Lochner is planning to turn all of Monarch's bluffs to lost. I guess though the scariest part is how close he is to succeeding. They're clearly making preparations here to launch an attack on Pridewin. Hordes of lost, stockpiles of explosives. I'd say they're about to make their move. Well, we've discussed this partnership before, haven't we? I get the lay of the land, and you do the battling part. You'll be facing long odds, but you're like a lucky anchor. I'd consider making a wager on you, regardless. Not a problem. I'll always tell it to you straight. I'd suggest you destroy as many explosives as you can, and take out that glowing altar too. Now, what would you have me do? Now there's an order I don't mind following. I could use a cup of mead after all this crawling around. I'll go and tell the Night Region what's what, but my hopes go with you. It's better if these bastards never set sail.
What folly we have committed! We unleashed the most tragic magic by giving in to Fatima's whims. We made a talking mirror that berates me for my decisions every minute, every hour, every day. It just doesn't stop. I had to. Her words are still pounding in my head. I broke her heart, and now I've broken her mirror. Maybe that's why she won't stop haunting me. See, I do. Fatima was the joy of my soul once. I left Spain, left my family because of my love for her. I love my querida even when we fought, even when her cloudy gray eyes turned into a storm. You are right. She speaks through another large mirror in the cove that's filled with pirates. I'll need your help to break it, but I must get her taunts out of my head. How is it that you could love someone, and yet living with them can slowly destroy you? This island didn't help. But oh, Fatima, I miss you so much.
Surprised to see me, are you? Brushing the dirt from my armor was no easy task. But after your friend Grace told me you were here alone, I had to come. My heart was conflicted. But in the end, I took an oath as the protector of the kingdom, not a single ruler. I won't forget that again. Of course, it seems I arrived too late. Hearing the ruckus and seeing the smoke, I assume you succeeded in disrupting their war preparations? Well, there's something to be grateful for. Even if I am a little disappointed I missed all the action. Perhaps we don't stop there. You see, I know where Sir Gawain and Lochner are conspiring in darkness to steal all our souls. They're in Gawain's ancestral home, Corbenic Castle. I thought you might. It is indeed best for Prydwen that the Knight Regent is safe and fortifying the keep. You and I are more expendable. Make no mistake, Gawain is every bit a knight of legend, and Lochner's a diabolical snake. This will not be an easy fight, but it is a necessary one. Ha! Then let's get on with it, shall we? Corbenic Castle is just across the water to the west. I will go ahead and scout the castle's defenses. Don't take long. home to one of King Artorius' greatest knights and his heir. It was a bastion of valor back then. Today, it's a monument to darkness. I look to the ramparts and I recognize many knights, now lost. They were dear friends. This will not be easy for me. No, but I do. This is my duty, and I am sworn to it. You can attack from the gates, and I will use a hidden entrance on the other side of the castle. Your courage is unquestionable, and I've witnessed your prowess in battle. I will fight my way up from below, and we will confront Gawain together. Gawain and Lochner must be defeated, whatever it takes. Godspeed to us both, friend.
My liege, it is now my honor to join you, without reservation. Raise your sword. And now, you shall be the first to experience the King's justice. My lord, I leave this wretch to you.
For the glory of Avalon. Until the end of eternity. I am sorry I arrived late to Gawain's Hall. The Lost Knights fought fiercely and with cold resolve. I arrived only in time to see Lochner fall. Your courage and valor have spared Prydwen from a dreadful fate. The Knight Regent will undoubtedly want to cover your chest in medals. Of course. She has led us admirably for many decades now, and the people adore her. Probably even more after this. With Gawain exposed and defeated, however, the question of the true heir is settled. It might clear the way for a new monarch. Now that is an excellent idea. I can think of no one more deserving. A new queen to lead us into a new age, with new hopes and vision for the future. I will go to Prydwen to share Gawain's sorry end. And I will discuss your suggestion. You must come too. If there is to be a coronation, you must attend.
So, you've stopped the lost conquest of this kingdom. I have to wonder, are you sure you've really helped these people?
Really? You found something that belonged to my family? What is it? Who are they? Where can I meet them? Ooh, give me that. She was a prestigious knight in the time of Artorius himself. I can't believe it. This knight business runs in my blood. Thank you for bringing this to me. I'm going to keep it as a reminder. This is already more fanfare than I had hoped for.
As far as coronations go, I would say this is fairly modest.
A ceremony befitting our humble new queen.
Queen. I'm not sure I'll ever get used to hearing that.
No more stalling, my queen. People of Prydwen, honored guests. Together, we have endured great hardships. But despite it all, A steady hand has guided us through the storm. May I present to you... May I present to you... Queen Jinjay of Brightwen.
I'm glad you made it. We waited as long as we could. I think the people of Pridewen wanted to ensure all the preparations for Gawain were put to use. But it wouldn't have felt right without you. This victory really belongs to you, truly. And Priscilla's account of your heroics only reinforces that. I'll take the compliment. I'll need all the confidence I can get if I'm to rule this land as a monarch. I still haven't quite got used to the idea. I was hoping your friend Grace would make an appearance today, but I guess she meant it when she said she was heading north. But what's next for you? You would make a fine knight, and we sorely need to rebuild the Order. But I also understand if voices are calling you elsewhere.